One.
All right, welcome to Arduino lesson number 2. The first one was just learning how to hook it up and making sure you could download a program and just do the basics. So I have that same example program open. It's still on the Arduino, and we're just going to make it so that it will blink SOS. SOS is a emergency signal in Morse code. If you don't know what that is, it's either using lights or sound, or knocking on the wall or something. If you're in an earthquake and you get trapped and you want to send an emergency signal, SOS is how you do it. And so you use S and then O and then S again. So S is 3 short, quick beeps or claps or blinks, and then O is 3 long ones. So you do 3 quick, 3 long, then 3 quick again, and that should send a signal that you're in trouble. Everybody should know this, so if you don't know it, now you know it. Anyway, so let's start by making our program look good. We're going to change this to say, okay, this is blinking SOS, okay? And you could also put your name in here and other things to let me know whose program it is and what it does. All right, and do it in between a slash star and a star slash, and that will make sure that the computer ignores it, but yet it's there for me. Now, the next thing is we're going to start making it say SOS. So in the SOS rules, there are only 5. So the length of a dot is 1 unit. Now they don't use a specific time because some people do Morse code faster than others. And so you can, when you're first learning, you can go really slow. And when you get faster, you can go a lot faster. So you just decide how long a dot is, and then the dash just happens to be 3 times longer than that. So if it takes you 1 second to do that one, then this one will be 3 seconds. It will take you forever to say something. The 1 dot usually is around like 1/10 of a second. The space between the dots, if there's more than one, like E only has 1, A has 2, B has 4. It just depends on what you're doing. If you're within the same letter and there's more than one dash or dot, then you have to put just a little space in between them. Once you've finished it, then you have to put a longer space, and that's the same as the dash here, or it's also called a da. A di and a da. Okay, so once you have finished your letters for a word, and you want to go to another word, then you wait for 7 units. Okay, so if you were waiting 100 milliseconds for just this, then between one word and the next is 700. Okay, so now that we know the rules, let's go ahead and program this to say SOS with a blinking light. Right now it's just turning on and off once a second. All right, so the first thing I want to teach you is how to do what we call a variable. And it makes it so that instead of using a number here, we're going to use a word to represent the number. Just like in math, you use the letter X to represent a number because you can change it in the equation. All right, so we're going to use the same lingo that they used in the rules. We're going to call it a unit, okay? Unit, we're going to wait, we're going to delay for a unit, but the computer doesn't know that word, so we have to teach it to it. And when we do that, we want to use it throughout the whole program. We do it at the very top, okay, before the void setup. So first you have to tell it that it is an integer, which means a whole number, okay? No decimals, no fractions, right? So it's an integer, and we're give it the name unit, okay? And then you say it equals, and then you give it a number, and this will be how long our di is, or our dot. All right, and I think 100 ought to be sufficient. Now, to let it know that we're done typing that line, you have to do a semicolon. All right, so teaching variables happens at the very beginning of the program if you intend to use it for the rest of the program. Why do we use this instead of just typing in 100 down here? Well, again, as we get better at Morse code, let's say we want to do it faster, if I change it to 50 up here, it automatically changes it throughout the entire program, which makes it so much faster to make a change. So we use variables to use language that we understand, plus it makes it easier to change things. All right, now, this right here, let's fix our comments. So now, instead of for a second, we're waiting a unit. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat by copy pasting. Okay, so Control C on the keyboard will copy. I'm going to put my cursor there, enter twice, and then Control V. Right? And we'll do it again. V. And this right here, all these 12 lines of code, all that is just to do this ... Okay? Now, once we have finished a ... now we need to delay just a little bit longer because now we're going on to another letter. Now we're still in the same word, so we need a total of 3 units. We already have one right here, so we need 2 more. So unit times 2. So use the star for times. Semicolon, right? So this right here, what is it? Well, let's stay in the same area here. It is the space between letters within the same word, okay? All right, so now we are done with just the letter S. All right, now I'm going to copy just one of these because I want to make a small change. And we're doing the O. The O as the longer ones. We still have the short in between, but longer ones there. So I'm going to say this one right here times 3 for the on, right? And once that's good, then I can copy paste that. There we go. So, and we still need a space between letters. And one last thing is another, let's include that. Down here, boom. So we have at first, we have an S, and we can put little comments in here to make it so we know what's happening. The O, you got to do 2 of those or it won't work. Okay. And where's our next one? See, this is why you make comments. This is a slash O, S. So we have the S, boom, 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 the O, boom, 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 and then S. All right, now this would work. Let's try it, I think. Nope, it's not going to work. We need one more thing. Between words, we need 7 units of space. So it's right here in the rule, number 5. So we already have 1, 2, 3, then we have 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 4 more units of space. Okay. Let's just type it out. So delay, and then unit times 4. So it all adds up to 7 units total. And then this would be space between words. All right. Now we are done. Now we can upload this to our Arduino and we'll see if it works. Oh, that's super fast. I still have the 50 on there. Let's do 100. and verify and upload. Upload. Okay. Wait. So did it da 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 did it and then did it da 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 did it. And that's how you would make your SOS signal to the world saying, "Hey, I'm in trouble." So if you have a flashlight or something, and try to make it nice and consistent like that. Anyway, so you would think we were done, but we're not, because I need to teach you how to make it so that you're not wasting all your time like we just did right here. If you're copying and pasting a lot, then you should be doing that. Then you're coding wrong. Okay, copy pasting is not the best thing to be doing all day long. And this is a super long program just to say SOS. So what we're going to do is teach what we call a function. So if it's something that you're going to use over and over again, make it a function. And this right here, just the one dot, is called a di. And so we're going to teach the computer what a di is, and it's spelled D-I-T with a T, but we don't say the T, just say di. So di, and we're going to follow the same pattern that they do here for this function. The void setup is a function, void loop is a function. Now we're creating a whole new function called di. So space, and then actually before we do that, we say void. Now it's a function. Okay, so it's not a variable, it's a function. So let's do it right. Open, close, and curly bracket, just like this right here. Hit enter. You'll notice that when you do, it makes a curly bracket for you. If you put your mouse on this one, it highlights it. Whenever you have an open, you must have it closed, and that should make it work out. Okay, so we're going to teach it just this much right here. Right in the middle, in between the two curly brackets. And we're done teaching it what a di is. So all we have to do is just type di, this much right here with the open instead of all that, and it will basically do it. So whatever you teach it to do inside the curly brackets, it will do that whenever you say this. Okay. Now, if you want to do da, let's do da. But if you want to pause it and see if you know how to do it on your own before I do it, then try it. Void, and then we go da. Okay, open, close, and then curly. Typed it for us. So let's go down to the O section. Control C and Control V. In there. All right. So that one's done. I want to do one more. I want to do the space between words. So let's call it space. What's really nice is, again, you can choose your vocabulary that you want to use, and helps make the code make more sense to you and to other people who hopefully understand the words that you are doing. All right. Space between words is this one right here. Right. So right there. Play unit times 4. That's a space between words. Okay, what about the space between letters? I'll just type that in for now. Okay. All right. So we're going to do something kind of scary and delete everything inside of the loop. Gone. All right. Now instead, we're going to use our new functions we just created. Okay, we're going to go di, and then open and close, and then do the semicolon. Okay, that is taking the place of those 4 lines of code. Oh, there we go, di, di, di. And then we need the delay of unit times 2. That should work. And then we'll do the da. Like that. Control C and V. delay, boom, oops, unit, I am messing up, sorry, unit times 2, done. Okay, one more, and we can just copy paste that whole thing right there, see. But now it actually sounds like somebody doing Morse code, you know, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And last but not least, space. Don't forget your semicolons. That will give you an error, okay? Delete, 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 delete. Come on, all right. So everything's good. This one is with that. All right, so da-da-da, 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 and then space. Let's, just to show that we changed it, let's go 75 and upload. So we should see it going slightly faster right about now. Okay, so did it, and you can make it as fast or as slow as you want just by changing that one number right there. Pretty cool, right? Now you probably noticed I was still copy pasting, so yeah, we can make it shorter. If you're copy pasting a ton, then you could do something else to make it even shorter, and we will do that on the next video. Right now, this is getting slightly longer, so we'll make it a lesson 3.